Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel.
So in this video we will discuss about the lesson that is energy. So simple, energy means the capacity to do work. Okay. So next the two main units of energy are there. Which are those? That is joule and calorie. So joule is the common unit of energy in which all energies such as that may be potential energy, that may be a kinetic energy, that may be electrical energy, that may be a chemical energy, etc. That all are the measures. So on the other hand, calorie, that is the unit which is primarily used to measure the heat energy or energy contained in food. Okay, that is the calorie. So that all are the units of energy. Okay, so there are different forms of energy. Which are those? That is mechanical energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, chemical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electrical energy, muscular energy, magnetic energy, and nuclear energy. So in this video we will discuss about one by one all kinds of energy. So first we will discuss about the mechanical energy. What do you mean by mechanical energy? Okay, the energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest or motion. That means one body ಅದು state of rest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು or that may be in a motion, that is called as the mechanical energy. Okay, so next the common forms of mechanical energy are, there are two common forms of mechanical energy are there. One is kinetic energy and another one is a potential energy. So let's discuss about the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means the energy which possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. One object motion ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, that is called as the kinetic energy. Okay, for example, a moving marble can be displaced a stationary marble. Okay na? So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, change in their position ಇದೆ. Okay, thus a moving object can do a certain amount of work that it could not do when standing still. Okay, another one example is there. For example, running water of a stream can rotate a turbine to produce electricity. That is one common example. And one more, the running of blades of a table fan can damage the object placed in their path. Okay, that is also one example for the kinetic energy. So next, kinetic energy, it is a three types. Which are those? Translational kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, and vibrational kinetic energy. Okay, translational kinetic energy, that means energy possessed by a body moving in a only straight line ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನಲ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, rotational kinetic energy, that means in a circular rotation, energy possessed by a body rotating on its own axis. One axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಆ ಬಾಡಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರೌಂಡ್ rotational motion ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as the rotational kinetic energy. Next, vibrational kinetic energy, energy possessed by a body vibrating about its mean position. For example, guitar, that is the vibrational kinetic energy. Okay, hope you are understanding this concept. So next, some more tips are there. So kinetic energy can occur in any direction. ಅದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿ, ಅದು that may be or up, or that may be a down, or that may be a left, or that may be a right. Okay, next is when an object's mass doubles, its kinetic energy also doubles. Okay, that is depends on the mass of an object. Okay, so next, when an object ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಡಬಲ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ 4 times double. The faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. Okay. So next is the when an object collides with another object, it transfers its kinetic energy to the other object. Okay. So that is the some of the quick tips for the kinetic energy. So next move on to let's do one problem. Okay, on the kinetic energy. First problem ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದಿ kinetic energy possessed by a body of mass 30 kg moving with a velocity 10 meter per second. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 30 kg and velocity ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 10. they already given. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು mv ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಮಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು ಎಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 30 ಇಂಟು ವಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 10 ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 1500 joule. Okay, so this is about the kinetic energy. So next problem is calculate the kinetic energy of a body of mass 4 kg with a velocity of 0.2 meter per second. Okay, so do this problem and tell me the answer in comment box, or you can follow our telegram group, that is SMS tutorial. There also you can discuss. Okay, so next is about the potential energy. Okay, you must have seen that some toys which when released after being wound up, so begin to move. Also old fashioned clocks or watches are once a day or once a week. Why? Okay, so this is because you wound up spring in the toy or the clock possesses energy and enable the toy or clock to work. So this type of energy possessed by the spring, that is called as the potential energy. Okay, so this is about the example. So definition for the potential energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or state. Okay, that may be in a position ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, or that may be in a state of rest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. So formula for calculating gravitational potential energy, what is that formula? PE is equal to mgh. Okay, gravitational potential energy is equal to mgh, where m is the mass of the object and g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height above the earth. Okay, so next let's do one problem. Okay, first is, if acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square, what will be the gravitational potential energy of a body of mass 1 kg kept at a height of 5 meter? Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಿದೆ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು mgh. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 kg. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು 10 meter per second ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಹೈಟ್ 5 meter. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 1 ಇಂಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ 10 ಇಂಟು ಹೈಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 5. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 50 joule. Okay, so gravitational potential energy of a body is 50 joules. Hope you are understanding this problem. Okay, next problem is, find the amount of gravitational potential energy when a bicycle of mass 40 kg is raised to height of 5 ಮೀಟರ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 10 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಎಮ್ಮು ಇದೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಓಕೆ, so chemical energy, you know that during a chemical reaction energy is either released or absorbed during a chemical reaction. So there are two types of chemical reaction are there. Which are those? First is endothermic chemical reaction and another one is a exothermic chemical reaction. So endothermic chemical reaction, that means chemical reaction in which energy is released. Okay, chemical reaction in which energy is released. For example, when you burn something, you get heat energy. So burning something, that is the exothermic reaction. Okay, so next about the endothermic reaction. Chemical reaction in which energy is absorbed. Okay, energy is absorbed, that is called as the endothermic reaction. Now tell me, why we get heat energy? Why we get heat energy? Okay, to answer this question, first we have to learn about the chemical bond formation among the atom. Let us consider the structure of water. What is that? H2O. Okay, oxygen 1 atom, hydrogen 2 atom. There is a bond formation between hydrogen and oxygen. We all know that a single molecule of water is made up of 1 oxygen atom and 2 hydrogen atom, that is attached to oxygen due to the chemical bond. Okay, due to the chemical bond between hydrogen and oxygen, there exists what? Energy. Okay, so chemical energy is defined as the energy that is stored in the bond of chemical compounds such as atoms and molecules. Okay, so this is about the chemical energy. So next about the heat energy. Heat energy, that is one of the most important form of energy. It is a form of energy in action only. So for heat energy, it is also called as the thermal energy. Thermal energy. Next about the light energy. Light, it is a form of energy which enables us to see the world around us. Thus, it is a form of energy in action. So the main source of light energy is, that is about the natural sun and the stars and fireflies. That all are the natural source of energies. Okay, so next about the sound energy. Sound energy, it is a form of energy produced by the vibration of a body. It enables us to hear the sound produced by different objects around us. So it is a form of energy in action also. So next about the electrical energy. Electrical energy ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. For example, the pump in a refrigerator or in an air conditioner gives off heat. Washing machine tumbles clothes. An electric bulb gives off light. So like this, all these devices have give electrical energy to do work. So all these devices use electrical energy to do the work. Okay, so electrical energy can be sent over long distance through wire and cables. It is because of the electricity. Okay, so this is about the electrical energy. So next about the muscular energy. Muscular energy means the energy possessed by the muscles. ಈ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಮಸಲ್ಸ್, the energy possessed by the muscles, that is called as the muscular energy. So next is about the magnetic energy. Magnetic energy means it is so simple, energy possessed by a magnet, that is called as the magnetic energy. Next is about the nuclear energy. Nuclear energy, a great amount of energy can be produced by causing the nucleus of atoms to split. Okay, when the nucleus of an atom splits, it gives out the large amount of energy. This energy is known as the nuclear energy or atomic energy. Okay, what we call to splitting of nucleus? For that, splitting of nucleus is also called as the fission. Okay, all the stars including the sun produce their energy from nuclear fusion, which takes place when two or more nuclei stick or fuse together to form heavy nucleus. Yes, heavy nucleus along with release of tremendous amount of energy. So nuclear energy is used to generate electricity. Where we use to generate electricity. Okay, so nuclear energy is also used in the medical treatment, such as for the treatment of cancer. Okay, so this is about the forms of energy. So next move on to the transformation of energy. How? So in this figure you can analyze, you can know about the how the energy is transforming from one part to another, the change of energy from one form to another form, that is known as the transformation of energy. So here in this picture, a juggler throws a ball straight up into the air. Okay, the energy changes in the ball. The ball goes up and stops and come back down. In this up and down moment, there is a constant change of energy from kinetic to potential, and back again to kinetic, and back again to kinetic. The ball goes up with the kinetic energy given to it by the juggler's arm. See here, juggler's arm. Okay, so gravitational forces reduces the ball's speed to 0 as it reaches the highest point of the throw. At this point, the ball has the maximum amount of potential energy, which in turn is changed back to again kinetic energy as the ball falls back to the juggler's hand. Okay, so hope you are getting this concept. So next is about transformation of potential energy. So here also energy changes in the oscillation of a pendulum. Okay, this diagram shows about the. So next is about the concept transformation of potential energy into kinetic energy. So this diagram shows that energy changes in the oscillation of a pendulum. Yes. So the position of the bob of the pendulum is shown at the different interval of time. So it has only potential energy at the extreme position A and C. At the lowest point, mean position of B of oscillation, the whole energy is converted into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. At intermediate point D and E, the energy is partially potential and partially kinetic. Partially potential and partially kinetic. Okay, so this is about the transformation of potential energy into kinetic energy. So next move on to the in this page you can see that the examples how the energy is converting from one form to another form. So electric motor, it is converting from mechanical energy to electrical energy. In battery it is converting to chemical energy to electrical energy. In loudspeaker, electrical energy to sound energy. In microphone, sound energy to electrical energy. So these all are the important how the energy is converting from one form to another form. So this example it can be asked in any competitive exams, that may be your TET or that may be your CTET. Yes. So next, move on to the law of conservation of energy. What is the law of conservation of energy? Okay, according to the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created or nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. When there is a transformation of energy, the total amount of energy remains same. For example, when a ball falls from a certain height, its gravitational potential energy changes to kinetic energy. Okay, on reaching the ground, whole of its potential energy changes to kinetic energy. Whole kinetic energy, neglecting the air resistance. Hence, the total energy of the ball remains conserved. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Yes. So, this is about the law of conservation of energy. So, next is about the sources of energy. Which are the sources of energy? Energy from the sun. Next is energy from running water, that is hydro energy. Another one is energy from wind energy, energy from the fuels, and energy from the biomass. Okay, so this is about the energy concept. Hope you will understand this concept. For more update, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for new videos. Thank you.